What's up? Welcome back to the channel. Many of you have mentioned that you'd like to see what I do in the day-to-day activities. And today I'm going to be working on this CRV. First and foremost, I am not a body man. I am more of a DIY mechanic. Yeah, we'll call it that. On this episode, I'm gonna be trying to get this fixed up a little bit better than it is. You can see that she got hit over here on the passenger side and kind of got hit at an angle like this. And it shoved the hood over. You can see the big gap there. Right? And you can see over here how it's kind of shoved the hood over the fender. So whenever I looked at this originally, I told her that she needed to get new hinges and everything. So hopefully she's got all that. So I know that some of the stuff over here is going to have to be pulled out. The reservoir's touching the power steering pump, and you see the radiator is shoved back. Yeah, so hopefully we can get this somewhat better. So now we've got it torn down a little bit. We see a little more of the damage. You can see this whole core support right here is kind of tweaked back. The overflow jug is touching the AC compressor down there. It's touching, look like maybe the alternator, and it's kind of tucked up under the power steering pump. So all that's got to be pulled out. You can see how it's got this humped up where it's bent it. They broke the tabs off the headlight. So we got the headlight out, we got to replace that. I think we got another one of these brackets. I got to open this up and see what all we got in here. We got another fender. You see that fender there has a little bit of damage, which I guess is better than what's on there now. The hood, they bent the hinges. Why? It's terrible. It looks like they had some kind of wire on here for some reason. So I guess what I'm gonna have to do is get this fender off, and then these hinges, I'm gonna have to bend them back that way a little bit, as these are better than those. So bend that one that way and bend that one that way. Hopefully get these gaps to line up a little bit better, and pull this out best I can and see what we can do. I don't know what we're gonna do about the headlight. I thought they had a headlight too, but I guess they don't. Forgotten truths that no one knows. In time, it heals but hurts inside. And now I'm screaming why would I ever have to come back here? Trying to rain on me, so I'm taking a bit of a weather break and hopefully get back to it here in a second. This right here is the frame puller 13,000. It's a 13,500 500-pound winch here on my Toyota 4Runner. Yep. So I'm going to use this in conjunction with my little chain right here, and just a bolt. What I'll do is bolt this into spots where 10 millimeters were, and just gently pull it out easy, a little at a time, and hopefully get this thing pretty straight. We'll see. Hopefully that little bit of pulling I did is going to be enough. We'll find out here shortly. There's still, it looks kind of rough because the condenser and stuff is bent, but that's just going to be part of using parts from a wrecked vehicle. So let's check out the progress that we've made so far. So I was able to get this, I don't know, bumper reinforcement pulled out. Again, it's not perfect, but it's better than it was. You can see the condenser there is bent. It's going to be kind of hard to get that back straight without removing the condenser or replacing the condenser, but see, I've got that kind of bent back out to where it needs to be. I've got to flatten this back out. This should be flat, kind of like this, but I'll get that in a second. Just use some pliers or something to bend that, but got that kind of pulled out. I gotta get my bolt back in there, but you can see where that reservoir was tucked up under that, so we got it out how it's supposed to be. It's no longer touching the reservoir on the AC compressor like it was before down there. You can see there's a gap, so it's looking good there. I think all of our gaps up here are pretty good. We got this pulled back out. This might need to be straightened out just a smidge, but again, we can do that with some body hammers or pliers or whatever, but we've got it tugged out where she needs to be. So I guess without further ado, let's get it pulled back over to the shop and try to start getting these new parts put on it and get the old frame machine 13,000 out of the way. All right, so I got the headlight put in. This one is off of one of my old junk CRVs. And right now I'm about to start putting this little lower bracket on here. The other headlight is much nicer than this one as far as the appearance, but the other one is broken here, as well as the tabs where it mounts. So this is a aftermarket headlight anyway, so I don't know. We got this one in here. We'll polish it up a little bit after we're done, and hopefully it looks a little bit better, kind of semi-matches the other one. We'll find out. So as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am not a professional body man, and I don't try to be one. We're using the same bumper, and you can see it doesn't fit 100%, but it's bent like right here, and it kind of won't tuck up under the headlight like it's supposed to. I tried to bend some of it back out with the torch, just heating it up on the back. I heated this spot right here on the front. You can see how it made it shine, but it'll dull it back out. But I don't know if it's the bumper or the fact that the new fender has a dent in it here, or what's going on, or if it's just the whole thing is shoved that way and just, I don't know. But all this stuff looks pretty good. Like I said, that reservoir there, you can see where it was tucked up under the power steering pump, and it's not now. So feeling pretty good about that. But anyway, the bumper's on, secured, and now I guess I'm going to unpackage the hood and then start putting the hood on here. I did bend the hinges back that way just a tad, just by hand. We'll see if that's going to be enough once I start mounting it on. All right, again, I am not a body man. I don't claim to be, I don't want to be. But I got it looking halfway decent. You see now we have a gap there instead of it overlapping. A fairly even gap compared to this side. This side might be a little bit tighter than this side, but overall, not too bad. Got the headlight somewhat polished. It's not as clear as that one, but it's better than it was in the previous clips of this video. I meant to record me polishing that, but I completely forgot about it. Got the mud flap back on, and it looks like the silver color is maybe slight hue off or something. You can just kind of see it like right there. Look at it from over here. It's, I don't know, maybe it's not as bad. The bumper still not wanting to line up here very well. Again, I don't know if that's just because of the bumper from it being wrecked here, or if it's something else. But overall, I think it's fairly decent. Like I said, the gaps look okay. Got the gap there looking all right. Doesn't really have, you know, it may could go down just a smidge, but overall, I think she's gonna be happy with it. Looks like this side here is a little bit down compared to the other side, but nonetheless, it is a sight better than it was. Because at the end of the day, I mean, this is almost like a 20-year-old truck, and you know, it's not worth a whole lot of, you know, and had she had a body shop repair it, you know, it would have been very expensive. And would the results be better at a body shop? Absolutely. Would it, you notice it from 10 feet more? Probably not. Just my take on it. So she's gonna be happy with this, and I think I'm happy with it too, the way it's turned out. So overall, I would call that a successful DIY body shop with a winch. So thanks for tuning in for this episode. Hope to see you again soon. See you on the next one. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace. So I just went ahead and pressure washed all this off. Make sure it's good and clean. And I mean, really, you just look under here, you never know it's been wrecked before. So turned out pretty good overall. You know, it's, like I said, it's not perfect, but it's part of it, I reckon.